He rested. Read. In our productivity-obsessed world, rest often feels like weakness or laziness. We glorify busyness and wear exhaustion as a badge of honor. How striking, then, that in the creation story, God himself rests, not from fatigue, but as a deliberate, meaningful act that he later enshrines in the Ten Commandments. Let's take a moment to read Exodus chapter 20, verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it.
Today's verse from Exodus offers the theological foundation of Sabbath. God's own example. The creator of the universe, who certainly didn't need rest, chose to pause, reflect, and delight in his work. Then he blessed this pattern of rest and declared it holy, set apart for sacred purposes. This reveals something remarkable about God's goodness. He values being over doing, relationship over endless productivity. Notice the language carefully. God blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Rest isn't just permitted, it's blessed. It isn't just a practical necessity, it's holy. By establishing this rhythm at creation, God shows that rest isn't an interruption of our own purpose, but an essential part of it. We weren't designed for senseless activity any more than land was designed for continuous farming without follow seasons. Jesus reinforced this understanding when he said, "The Sabbath was made for man, not man for Sabbath." Mark 2:27. Rest isn't just a commandment, it is a precious gift. It's God saying, "I have designed you to need a regular renewal. I care about your wholeness, not just your output."
Come on, let's go.
The implications extend beyond a weekly day off. Sabbath principles invite us to build the rest of our fabric of our lives. Daily movements of stillness, seasonal retreats, and even sabbatical years. They remind us that our own value isn't in what we produce. They create a space for relationship with God and the others. And they testify to our truth that the world will continue turning even when we step back. In a culture that prizes constant connectivity and pro, oh, productivity, productivity, Sabbath rest becomes a counterculture witness to God's different economy. By resting, we declare that we are not the center of the universe. We acknowledge our limits as creatures, and we participate in God's original, very good design for human flourishing. As you look at days ahead, consider how you might honor God's pattern of rest, not as another obligation on your to-do list, but as a as a blessed gift from your good Creator.
Respond. Take a moment to process what God might be leading you to do in light of what you read. What makes it different for you to embrace regular, genuine,
Genuine.
genuine rest in your life? How might viewing rest as holy and blessed change your approach to Sabbath practice?
I don't
Get
think,
away.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's difficult for me to have regular, genuine rest because, I like sleeping. And for number two, if I viewed rest as holy and blessed change.
Well, Ron, remember what makes it difficult for you to rest is your urge to go on a computer in the middle. You just gotta be honest with yourself. Don't think that you're perfect. Yeah, the way you answered was like, oh yeah, yeah, it's not hard for me. Just be honest. That's it.
Okay, I guess nothing changes when I do rest.
If you're being honest.
Yes.
What did we just learn about this? You're getting emotional. Ron, let's just answer. It's not a time for you to just like fake it. Just tell you did. You're not being honest with yourself. How many times in the past 2 weeks you wake up in the middle of the night? You think that's normal?
No, sir.
So maybe when the question is what makes it difficult for you to embrace regular, genuine rest in your life,
Yeah.
technology, your addiction to technology, your dopamine response. Yeah, that's the next question.
I guess I'd sleep better if I do it as holy and blessed.
Okay. And this is not to make you feel bad about yourself. This is for you to figure out what you can do to improve yourself, to be aligned with what the teachings of the Bible can. Alexa, announce. Okay.
Alright, so for the first question for me, I think it's not really difficult. Stop touching me.
Not touching.
Yes, you are. It's not difficult for me because like I sleep like a lot and I do the regular hours of sleeping and yeah, I go on electronics, do this other stuff.
But you know what you do?
How am I viewing rest as holy and
They're not going to judge on that. So.
change your approach to sacrifice? Yeah.
Okay. So, what makes it difficult for me to embrace regular, genuine rest in your life? For me, my mind is always active, and I like to think about things all the time, and I like to think about the future and what things I can build, what things I can do, like what can I do to make sure I have a good future for my family, what can I do to take care of my family, and that type of stuff keeps me up at night. Things like how to pay the bills, how to keep a roof over it, how to keep food and water in our bellies, how to prevent us from getting into bad situations. And I know it's unneeded stress. I trust in God to provide, and maybe I can do a little bit better of just like letting go and focusing on resting, so that my mind is ready to handle those problems, but during like the day, when during other days. So, how might viewing rest as holy and blessed change your approach to Sabbath practices? So, especially in the Marine Corps, we're just taught to go, go, go. If you're tired, you need to suck it up. No one cares about your feelings. We're supposed to be tough. You're supposed to stay up. You should wear your tiredness as a badge of honor. But now that I'm no longer in the Marine Corps, I can be more intentional with my rest, with my Sabbath practices. So that is something that I can do better. Making habits of what we can do for our Sabbath. Okay, every Sunday let's go to the beach. Every Sunday let's go fishing, go to the woods. Or something. Those are just some ideas, obviously dependent on what. Last Sunday we woke up into a puddle of wet and rain. That was a good time. Shared misery together. Now rest. Take a moment to rest in God's presence and consider one thing you can take away from your time reading. Then close your devotional experience by praying. God of sacred rest, thank you for modeling the rhythm of work and renewal and creation itself. Forgive me for treating rest as optional or viewing busyness as more valuable. Teach me to embrace your gift of Sabbath and find my deepest identity in your beloved child rather than what I accomplish. Lord, please bless our family today. Please bless our family this weekend. Help us to make good decisions. Help us to bear your image well. We ask this all in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.